Hey everyone, so we're in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're gonna get a secret tour of the one and only Rip Valley Sports Card Shop. So let's
What's up? Welcome to Red Valley. Thanks for being here.
Oh my goodness, thanks so much for having us last minute.
Yeah, you bet. Let's take a look inside.
So I want everybody to know here, we're actually here at the Foundry Hotel with Sports Card Nonsense and Sports Card Nonsense Breaks. They invited us to their card show, retreats, trade night that they invited some of their best community members to. And it just so happened that you guys are so close. We walked
Literally
here.
down the street from the
Yeah.
event, so it's perfect. We're in downtown Phoenix. It's a really cool eclectic art district here, really close to Chase Field and Footprint Center where all the professional games are downtown, and it's great to be a part of the event.
Yeah, you're very kind to let us come in here before the shop opens. So obviously they have to come in before they open the store. But so thank you for that.
The VIP tour.
But also, I just want to say, I told you this when I got here yesterday, is that your brand and what you've built here has really stood out to me. I spend a lot of time on social media, so you're definitely one of the shops that I see having a really beautiful kind of aesthetic to your shop.
Thank you.
Having consistently having the players here, you
Yeah.
know, creating that type of community. I feel like it just looks so good online, and it just makes what we do look so good. So I
Thank
just wanna
you. Yeah.
thank you for that.
Well,
I'm
it's-
excited to see like kind of like the way that you all have put this together.
Yeah, it's truly the hard work of a lot of people who care a lot about the hobby and care about sports and care about the business. So I'm excited to show you around, of course.
So my first question is, it says sports card shop and culture shop. So what do you guys like? What do you mean by the culture part?
Yeah, that whole moniker at the end of Rip Valley, which is the name, is really important to us. So it's basically a collision of sports cards and culture. Basically, the gist of it is if you collect it, we're interested in it.
Okay,
You know, it's
cool.
one of those things where whether you're at a party or a sports game, if you talk about a collection of something that you really enjoy that you've put together over a lifetime, no matter if it's sports cards over here or Funko Pops over here, that person can connect with somebody else who collects something, and it really looks for the thrill of the chase, so to speak. So that's why we have, you know, everything from sneakers to t-shirts to toys to VHS tapes, and then of course a whole selection, of all the cards that people are looking for these days.
Okay, very cool. And so before we start too, another thing that really stood out to me is the area. So this is the Arts District
Yeah.
of Phoenix, or where exactly are we?
Yeah, so it wasn't always this bustling, but we're on Roosevelt Row, of course, Roosevelt Street. All the streets downtown are named for the presidents, and so this is Roosevelt. There's really eclectic murals, really cool art installations pretty much all down the street. There's really cool bars and restaurants, really great shops run by local owners who've put their heart and soul into their craft, this shop included. So it's a great place to be able to stroll up and down the walkway when the weather's good and be able to get into a bunch of different, hobbies and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's very artistic looking. Even the place that we're staying at, they actually have art on the wall for sale. And it's all pretty cool. It's kind of
Yeah, definitely leaning into the culture word down here. We kind of borrowed that from the neighborhood that we're in, but
So
we
is
love
that
being a part of that.
something everybody's agreeing to, or just kind of just the vibe, or
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah?
mean, we even have flyers and posters up all over the place of
Yeah.
local events people are doing, whether they're doing a bake sale to raise money for a local charity, or First Fridays at the beginning of each month where people sell their wares or make food that, they've made throughout, generations, and they have, food trucks and put out generators and sing music and, do art installations kind of right live with everybody. And so, yeah, it's something that I feel like makes the area what it is, and then it kind of sets the mood for the shop for sure.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you have the stuff right here.
That's right.
That's other people's like events and things and cool. So I thought it was really cool to see this here, too. So that's hopefully a lot of people show up today. That's in a few hours. So here we are. This is maybe we have clips of it. I think we were filming on the phone, but a really cool thing I saw happen last night is someone spent a certain dollar amount, and they got to have a shot at the basketball hoop, right?
Yeah.
And if they made it, they get what do you call this here? They get one of these, right?
This is like just the prize treasure chest for the roulette wheel. So essentially what happens is You can buy a spin on a roulette wheel if you'd like,
Okay.
or if you spend a certain dollar amount, you get to shoot a shot on our basically Nerf hoop over there.
Yeah.
It's not an easy shot. There are some barriers to try to make it a little bit more difficult, but you
Okay.
shoot a shot. If you make it, you get a spin on the roulette wheel, and then whatever number the roulette wheel lands on, there's prizes littered throughout this cabinet here, from 1 to 30 something, that have different varying values. It could be some wax, young and old. It could be some hobby or retail. It could even be singles. And so people come in here and they not only want to get, really good hits out of wax if they're ripping, they also kind of want to try their luck at potentially getting a prize that's, a pretty valuable hobby box.
Yeah, this is awesome. So I saw somebody win a Phoenix basketball mega yesterday, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
kind
think
of
we've
just the
seen
thrill of
this
the
at a shop
chase.
before.
Yeah, so we wanted
Yeah.
to do a few different elements that were super fun, obviously. So like we even have the NBA Jam machine. This is peak nostalgia.
That's what I was gonna
People
say.
of a
Yeah.
certain age, they'll bring their kids in and their kids will run over to the games we have or go over to the Pokemon cards, and then the dads and sometimes, the moms too will be like, wait a minute. This is like what I
Yeah.
wanted in my living room when I was a kid. So that's kind of just a really fun art piece, but also, really great way to pass time when people are coming in and looking for cards.
I like that you said that it's an art piece because it
Yeah.
really is. It's just something
Even
that
when it's
struck
not
you.
on,
Yeah.
and we can turn it on, of course. No, it's a really cool way, like I said, to showcase the partners, love for sports and kind of the types of things that were important to them when they got into sports at a young age. So
Yeah, because that's what doing sports cards is we're just kind of going back to being kids and
yeah,
collecting our favorite players and
yeah.
things that makes us
Yeah,
nostalgic. So
our partners always say that the thing that connects them to cards and keeps them so interested is the memories that were made back then, and kind of harkening back to those first memories you have. And so that's why we try to make it special, for people young and old when they're in here.
yeah, and this feels like to me, growing up, this would be really cool to have my room look like this. Like the cool couches, the cool art,
Yeah,
arcade, games. You got a bunch of TVs over there. So, what was the inspiration for the look and feel
yeah. Well,
of it?
as you
Yeah.
kind of look around the entire space, it was really, really designed purposefully with the intent to flow correctly
Okay,
with
okay.
different sections that people would be able to identify what they're looking at really quickly. We also wanted it to be the most inviting card shop we could possibly make it. You're lucky with shops that I grew up going into if you even find a folding table with chairs where it looks like kind of like a cookout, and usually there's people sitting there. They give you a scowl when you walk in. Whereas this, we wanted it to look like basically a living room. So we had an interior design firm come in here, design the space specifically for what we wanted. So when you're looking at the wax wall that's behind the showcases, you're going to get hobby products. Just like when you walk into any other hobby store or place that sells cards, we have the racks here as you walk in, so you know where to be able to look for your retail product. This is the stuff with a good price point that's low entry for people that anyone can be able to enjoy, opening the newest stuff because it's not super expensive. And then what we really love, purporting when we're having people at the shop is basically the living room area. We've got
I
custom
like
art
that.
pieces over there, lots of couches. We have, close to a dozen TVs, and this is a place where on weekends people can come watch games. They can come, bring food, rip open a box of cards they just bought, and cheer on their favorite team. And so this is an inviting place we want to make sure people can keep coming back to again and again and again. And it's a place that, they can relax when they're here, or if they bring a spouse or friends or family, that those people can relax while they're sorting through the dollar bins. So.
Or the moms bring the kids.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. She could chill over there.
Yep, happens all the time.
I love these TVs too. That's such a good look.
Yeah, it's nice when you're at the POS
here.
system and you can just check on your favorite team or the score of something while you're checking somebody out. We wanted to make sure we had a little bit of everything for everybody, so we even have some vintage clothing, some of our tops and homage t-shirts, Suns jerseys for people coming in and going to the games, even like an eclectic mix of jerseys we've collected or traded for over the years. We always have autograph seekers coming in because we're so close to the two Valley venues, so people will come grab stuff before they go down to the game. And so, yeah, it's just a cool place to, get lost and shop and kill some time a bit.
Yeah, we were even seeing the Tops LA hats. Do you guys like? I was even telling everyone yesterday that so many people that we've met the past couple of days know someone who lives in California.
Oh
So is
yeah,
that like Dodger fans here, or it's
yeah.
just all Diamondbacks fans?
There
What
are
do
a
you
lot
think?
of Dodgers fans here. I would say
Yeah.
that there's a ton of fans of all the teams from the NL West. There's Giants fans you can find because they've had spring training here for so long. But
Yeah.
they're starting to become generational D-backs fans where a team that's not even 30 years old has fans that grew up like me loving the team at 8 years old. And now we have children that we're bringing them into it. And so that's why some of these franchises have such a a long storied history is because they have generations of fans, and the D-backs are trying to finally starting to get that too. But yeah, Topps did this collab with Mitchell and Ness and the MLB, which is kind of you know really cool because you're able to see the Topps logo on your favorite team's hats. And so we wanted to make sure that this is a haven for a collector where they could get something that they could collect, get something that they could invest in, or even get something that they could wear. So we've got some of the Topps homage shirts here and then some hats as well.
And the toys here, that's super nostalgic too.
Of
Funko
course,
Pops.
yeah. Some of these
So
toys are for sale. Some of them have been collected by ownership. Some of them even belong to, the people who run the shop with us. They'll put up a
okay.
toy there, and people will call it out and be like, "Is that for sale?" And you'll kind of look over at the person, and they'll either nod their head or shake their head if they're ready to
Okay.
part with it. But that's why collecting is so huge because you can really get into trouble with anything over the years that people have done in terms of toys or sports games and things like that. It's kind of fun to see kind of all the different products. So this is kind of our grapher station. We have 16 Cactus League teams here from the middle of February to the end
Yes.
of March, which is super great for this market. I mean, every single day we have fans of almost half of the Major League Baseball teams coming in and saying, "Do you have any cards of this player? Do you have Sharpies I can buy, pens? I'm just getting ready to head over to the stadium." And so we have even baseballs available, brand new, white, never used baseballs, so people can head right to the Cactus League parks that are all over
Yeah.
the valley and get autographs. And so that's
That's huge for you guys. Yeah, because that's
of
the main thing.
course,
Like people come and they want to get cards signed, and you have them available like in your dollar bins.
absolutely.
Yeah. Talk to us about the dollar bins that you guys have here. I like it where it's in the lounge area because
Yeah, this
you
is
can
cool.
come
We
and
had to put all of the
relax.
bins near the couches because what's amazing, of course, before I even describe the difference in the bins is, when you're ready to go looking for something and finding the perfect card, you're essentially just coming over here and you're sitting on a couch. There's games on the TV, and like you can look through everything that you need. So that's what's really cool about our setup here is just making a comfortable, inviting environment. The bins are really simple. They're separated by sport. There's also non-sports at the bottom, anything from Star Wars to WWE, NASCAR, tennis, golf. Those are filled with cards from either the different sports or non-sports that people are interested in. So we always have a place we can direct to someone when they're here. But of course, basketball, football, and baseball, you've got your D-backs, Suns, and Cardinals-centric boxes in there because that is the hometown teams. Like I said, dollar each, and then it kind of ascends up here to $5 and $10 before it gets to the showcases. But that's not it. One of our favorite, highlights over here, and our customers' favorite highlights are the 10-cent boxes. I know some shops do it and some shops don't, but we have our 10-cent boxes up here of everything we've essentially just ripped or been donated to us by our customers who, don't want to keep all their base. But not only do people look sometimes through these entire 5,000 count boxes, we have tons more of 10-cent cards in all these bins. So people will come here with an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to kill, and they'll come take these bins, they'll sit down, and they'll look for stuff to build sets. They'll look for stuff to get autographs, maybe cards of their favorite player or a card of someone who went to their, alma mater. And like this is where people really get lost in the sauce because not everyone is doing, a 10-cent bin. It's not something we invented. We wanted to make sure that like anyone could afford a card at any price point essentially and have fun doing it because it's not like, there's just a stack of, $25 cards or 25 10-cent cards and that's really all we have in case, unless you get to the expensive showcase, we wanted to make it pretty accessible for everybody. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, and I keep getting like so excited about the fact that it's true. People come here. I personally wanted to bring some cards for the players to sign, and I just, couldn't find the time. But now I don't know. I might come and look through these
Yeah, come dig
today.
through the
See if we
bins
can
too.
find some.
What's great is our staff works so hard at keeping these updated too. So it's kind of funny when I'm standing up at the POS. Sometimes someone will be like, "Hey, do you have
That's
a
nice
Josh
too.
Young card?" Or like, "Where's your Josh Young cards?" And I'll be
Yes.
like, "I know they're in here, but it's kind of a wild goose chase." Whereas
Yeah.
our staff, they're so great. They'll be like, "I know where I just put one the other day because I was organizing this."
Yeah.
So it's really great just to be able to help out customers get what they need, especially with spring training around the bend. So.
And as a kid, if I was like growing up here and I was a D-backs fan, like this would be the first thing I come and look at, you know?
Yeah, that's
So
funny. The
all
boxes with the
Diamondbacks.
local teams are the
Yeah.
most dog-eared. People love the Suns box as well. The Suns have been here for over 50 years, and our, season's still going on. And like I said, we're literally a mile from Footprint Center in Chase Field. People come in all the time before Suns games, and they'll go to the game early and try to get guys to sign stuff. And so this actually keeps us really active, whether we'll be purchasing collections. Or just making sure that we have enough to keep these full, because in a given weekend they then become empty. So we have to keep filling them up and up and up again. So.
Yep, yep, yep. Very cool. So, what's your? Oh, let's go this side. Let's go this side first. This is really cool. The TVs. Do the little ones turn on?
No, they don't.
No.
They're like just like
Okay.
hollow, like
Okay.
like a,
Cool.
just art installation too.
Yeah,
So
this
yeah.
looks awesome. Yeah, having sports on all the time looks awesome. I love TVs. It's just such a good look, and this
Yeah.
is where the magic happens. Right?
Yeah.
This is part of the part of the MTV Cribs where it's like now
Yeah,
this
of
is where the
course.
magic happens.
Yeah,
Right
this
here.
is where the magic happens. This is the breaker arena. This is the
Okay.
lair. This is the Bat Cave. This is where we stream live on Fanatics Live every single day. So we're obviously the Rip Valley on Instagram or on Fanatics Live, and starting at 2 p.m. we go on and rip the newest stuff, new releases. And we have a really cool setup here where people can come actually buy into breaks, pick their stuff up, before they
Yes.
go home. So a lot
That
of
is
people
so
will watch our
convenient.
breaks here. Got the full setup, the press backdrop of Tops and Rip Valley because they're a great partner of ours. And then what's cool is while you're watching your cards, get ripped open, you can still see what games are going on and whatnot. And
And you
so
could even sit here, right?
oh,
This is
absolutely.
cool.
It just makes for a super,
Yeah.
super inviting atmosphere that, we want everyone to be able to enjoy all facets of our business when they're here. We want to make life easy when they're checking out at the POS and have some fun, maybe do the roulette. We want to make them feel like they're a part of our family, even when it's on Fanatics Live. So if they're local and they're getting into our stream, they can come, like I said, sit here, watch the stream, get their cards, and go on their way. And then, sitting down and looking through singles or ripping wax, you've got the couches there, the TVs, and you just feel like, I don't know, it's kind of like your living room at home.
Okay, so I had a lot of fun. This place is beautiful.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy that you made some time for us
Yeah,
today.
thanks for coming by.
So thank you. So now we have to head back to the hotel and have Rip Night at Sports Cart Nonsense, our own Rip Night. But I want to make sure that everybody knows how to find you.
Yeah, thanks. We're obviously love to have everybody come check us out. We're at the Rip Valley on Instagram, Rip Valley on Fanatics Live. We're breaking every day. Downtown Phoenix, 2nd
Okay.
Street in Roosevelt. For anybody who's local in the Roosevelt Row Art District, really close to the Valley sports venues, and we're excited to have everybody come check us out.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.